Identity. I am what I think I am. It is a virtual destiny imperfectly than to lead an imitation of somebody else's life with perfection. I'm not what I think I am, and I'm not what you think I am. I'm what I think you think I am. Unconsciously, we are all method acting to some degree. We have a persona we play online, at work, with our friends at home. These different personas have their benefits. We bring our work role home with us, and then we take the role we play with our friends into a romantic life without any conscious control or intention. However successfully we play our roles, we end up feeling dissatisfied, depressed, unworthy, and unhappy. The I and me, small and vulnerable to begin with, get distorted. When you try to live your most authentic life, some of your relationships will be put in jeopardy. Losing them may risk worth bearing. Finding a way to keep them in your life in a challenge worth taking on. The reactions to my choice to become a monk are examples and external pressures we all face throughout our lives. Our families, our friends, society, media, we are surrounded by images and voices telling us who we should be and what we should do. They clamor with opinions and expectations and obligations. Go straight from high school to best college, find a lucrative job, get married, buy a home, have children, get promoted. If we take on these goals without reflection, we'll never understand why we don't own a home, or we are not happy where we live, why our job feels hollow, whether even what a spouse or any of the goals we are striving for. I didn't shut out the people who loved me. I care about them and I didn't want them to worry. But neither did I let their definitions of success and happiness dictate my choices. It was, at the time, the hardest decision I've ever made, and it was the right one. We'll start this journey the way monks do, by clearing away distractions. First, we will start this journey the way monks do, by clearing away distractions. First, we'll look at the external forces that space us and distract us from our values. Then we'll take a shock of our values and currently shape our lives and reflect on what they are in line with who we want to be and how we want to live. Focusing on what matters most, finding meaning in life by mastering physical and mental desires. We can address our thoughts and explore our minds when we are preoccupied. Nor does just sitting in your home teach us anything. There are 3 ways that success and activity create a space for reflection. First, on a daily basis, I recommend you sit down to reflect on how day went and what emotions you are feeling. Second, once a month, you approximated the change that I found that are answered by going someplace you've never been before to explore yourself in a different environment. This can be anything from visiting a park or a library you've never been to before to taking a trip. Finally, get involved in something that's meaningful to you, a hobby, a charity, and a political cause. Another way to create a space to take a shock of how we feel in the space that we have, and whether those choices reflect our true values. No matter what you think your values are, your actions tell the real story. What we do with the spare time shows what we value. For instance, you might put spending time with your family at the top of your list of values, but if you spend all your free time playing golf, your actions doesn't match your values and you need to do some self-examination. Time. First, let's just access how you spend the time when you're sleeping or working. Researchers have found that by the end of lives, the average age of us will spend 33 years in bed, 7 years of which will be spent trying to sleep. A year and 4 months exercising and more than 3 years on a vacation. If you're a woman, you're spending 136 days in getting ready. If you're a man, this number drops in 46 days. These aren't just estimates, of course, but our daily choices add up. Okay. Media. Audit your time. Spend a week checking how much time you devote in the following: family, friends, and health and self. Note that we are living or sleeping, eating, and working. Work, in all its forms, can swell without boundaries. If this is the case for you, then set your own definition of what you are officially at work and make extra work one of your categories. The areas where you spend the most time should match what you value the most. Say the amount of time that your job requires and exceeds and how important it is to you. It's a sign that you need to look very closely at the decision. You're deciding to spend time on something that doesn't feel important to you. What are the values behind the decision? Are you earning from your job ultimately serving your values? Media. When you did your audit, no doubt a significant amount of time was spent reading and viewing media. Researchers estimate that on average, each of us will spend more than 11 years of our lives looking at TV and social media. Perhaps your media choices don't feel casual, but time reflects values. There are many forms of media, but most of us aren't overdoing it on movies, TV, or magazines. It's all about devices. Conveniently, your iPhone will tell you exactly how you're using it. Under setting, look at the screen time report for the last week, and you will see how much time you spend on social media, games, mail, and browsing the web. If you don't like what you see, you can even set limits for yourself. On Android, you can look at your battery usage around the settings. Then, from the menu, choose and show full device usage. Or do you download an app like in a social fever into my dictionary? Create your values. A higher version profile and evaluate listener to our habits, fulfillment, and meaning. Lower values demote us toward anxiety, depression, and suffering. According to the JIRA, these are the highest version of quality: fearlessness, purity of mind, gratitude, service, and charity, acceptance, performing, sacrifice, and deep study, austerity, straightforwardness, non-violence, cheerfulness, absence of anger, renunciation, perspective, restraint from fault-finding, compassion toward all living beings, satisfaction, gentleness or kindness, integrity, determination. Notice that happiness and success are not among these values. These are not values that rewards the end game, and we will address them in further chapter 4. The 6 lower values are greed, lust, anger, ego, illusion, and envy. If this choice work out well for us, then our values are in alignment with our actions. But when things don't work out, it's worth revisiting what the decision you made. Not fast. Past values. Reflect on the best and the worst choices you ever made. When did you make them? What have you learned? How would you have done it differently? You may have been with the right or wrong person for the same reason because you value love. Once you filter out the noise of opinions, expectations, and obligations, you will see the world through different eyes. Every time you move homes or take a different job or embark on a new relationship, you have a golden opportunity to reinvent yourself. Multiple studies show that the way you relate to the world around us is contagious. When you surrounded yourself with the helps, you stick with your values and achieve your goals. You grow together, If you want to be more spiritual, expand your practice with other spiritual people. Who you talk to, what you watch, what you do with your time, and all of these sources push values and beliefs. When you give yourself space and stillness, you can clear the dust and see yourself not through others' eyes, but from within. Identifying your values and letting them guide you will help you filter external influences. In the next chapter, these skills will help you filter out unwanted attitudes and emotions.